My man.
What it is, YouTube. You know who it is. It's your boy, the Moose. Let's kick it. Okay, so listen. I wanted to share this with you because I wanted to show you all where I started. What started everything for me. And this, basically, this is 2018. So this is like the system that I was using between 2014 and 2000, I think 18 or something like that. So it's been 2000 to 2018. So this is one of the gigs that I used. Now I'm gonna go in this. Now I'm gonna show you the setup first, and then we'll go to the gig, and I'll show you everything that's going on, and we're gonna explain everything. So you can like get into this. Now, mind you, everything, this is pre-YouTube. I did not know anything about wire management, speaker placement, anything. I didn't know about nothing. So let's get into this now. I'm harsh on myself, but let me get into this. Let me show you this. Okay, so this is it right here. This is the setup. Okay, so this is the Dell laptop that I had. Now, in the next picture, I'm going to show you why I didn't need the laptop. All this laptop was for, I didn't have Virtual DJ in this. I did not have Serato in this. This was all Spotify. I have nothing but Spotify in this laptop. I didn't need, I did not need a computer to run the GEMINI. It was called the GEMINI CDJs, and I will leave a picture later down here in the video. I will leave you a picture. I'll show you what I used. Here in a minute, I'm going to show you the DJ setup anyway. But this is something that I had to show you. So this right here, the laptop here, was a Dell computer. It was my very first laptop. Now, this thing wasn't spec'd or anything because I wasn't using a DJ controller. I didn't use Serato. I did not know any. 2018, after this gig, I sold this controller to get the next controller that I had for a year and a half. And I used that controller, and then I changed that controller for the new mark. The new mark that I used was the iPod Touch. And so I had those two different controllers, and I used the iPod Touch. And then I got into 2019 with the iPod Touch. So I sold the GEMINI, I got the iPod Touch, and then from the iPod Touch, I had the Epson DJ controller, which was a 4 quad DJ controller, and that's when I started using Virtual DJ because it wasn't a Serato based thing, so that's where I started using Virtual DJ. So this is basically the headbanger. I'm not pronouncing that right. I know I'm not, but these are like the 12-inch speakers. I'll show you the speakers in a second, but they were passive. And this was the unit they came with on, and I'll show you, the table will show you everything. And this retarded sign, I got this sign, like I said, I did not know what I was doing at the time when I started, but this is my beginning. I thought the house was cool because I'm doing house parties, right? Anyway, so I started out doing house parties, is where I really started. And then this guy came into effect. This is way before YouTube, like I said. As you can see, this is a 3-foot stand. This stand actually was really good. I actually used the stand up to 2019 when I actually got my new system. So I used this until the day of when I got my new system. Actually, I take that back because the wedding I did in 2019, I actually got new speaker stands. So I could actually place the speakers in the right, in the right. So I did later on get the speaker stands. Because I wanted to get different speaker stands. And I finally replaced them with the, I just got some speaker stand that I got. And I replaced these with those speaker stands, which they lasted me a while till I got the clutch. But these speaker stands, they weren't, this is before the gig. I was setting up, taking pictures before the gig that I had to do. My very first wedding. So, and we'll get into the wedding in a second, but that's my very first setup. These speakers, I wish I would have kept them. I'd have 3 sets of speakers now. But these passive speakers, oh my God, they thumped. They thumped really hard. They thumped really, really hard. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and go here. And now this is okay. I did this wrong. Hold on. I think this is sharing. I want to make sure it's sharing. Evidently it's sharing, so hopefully it is. Okay, so there's my car in the background. There's the Moose Mobile. We're in the cornfields here. This is 2/24/2018, 6:53. The wedding was supposed to start at 7:30. Okay, so this is way before. This is my son. This is my roadie. As you can see, now let me tell you this. Okay, so this tablecloth, my wife sewed it for me. She sewed the ends to make it look good. Now this is, like I said, this is way before wire management and anything. I wanted to look good. This is what I used until until that wedding in 2000 and until that wedding in 2019. This is what I used. I used a red. I had a red and a black one, and my wife sewed them for me. We cut the fabric and sewed it. She sewed the ends for me to make it look neat. To me, I thought this was neat. Now, I didn't know about wire management. I didn't know about speaker setups. I didn't know about nothing. But let me show you that. I rocked this. Let me tell you this. I did rock this. We're outside, so I really didn't worry about that. But here is my laptop bag. And my laptop was there, but it was on the other side of the speakers. You couldn't see it. I really didn't need to use the laptop only for Spotify. I was using my little, I've had it forever, my little USB 32 gigabyte pocket drive that I had. And I still have it today. It's out there in the gear. I use it on a regular basis. And that's where my music was on. I had 100 songs for this wedding. Now, I had 100 songs on the thumb drive, but remember, I'm not using Serato. I'm not using Virtual DJ. I can actually use this controller. This controller actually made it perfect because I had my phone plugged into this. I had the USB thumb drive plugged into this, and I had my computer plugged into it. Spotify was open. I could get any request. I can get any request. I use Verizon's hotspot. As you can see, I'm in the middle of the country. The nearest house is right back there in the back. See the house in the back there? Zoom into that house. That, my friends, right there, that house in the background is the nearest neighbor. This guy was a farmer. He had a lot of land. The cornfield belonged to him in the back. That was his cornfield. As you can see, they built this bar. This is outside. He got a TV here. They actually changed the TV. They got a bar out here. And the way it's set up is if it rains, they have something. They have like something set up. But this is like, and that's their cooler and everything else. But as you can see, their water there they had on the table. But notice this. I painted them black. These were carpeted speakers. They sounded really good. Like I said, they sounded really good. But I wanted to go in and I wanted to show you my beginning. This is my beginning. Okay, that's my beginning. Let me take you to show you now what it looks like. And we're going to go through this and I'm going to show you this. Okay, so that's that, right? So this is my new setup. My grandson's head in there, picture there. This is my new setup. Now, I got rid of the T-bars. I just took the picture. The sub, actually, if you look in the screen, the sub was under the table. I was putting the sub under the table for a while. And as you can see, I got the extra stands for the lights. And these are my old Geminis that I had. This is before I got the new speakers, but those are my Geminis. This was like, and this is my old soundboard before I got the new soundboard. I still got okay, so let me show you the new setup here real quickly. I know I got it in here. So. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is my new setup. Okay, so this is the old camera there that I had. That's what I was using. And notice the lights. I had the lights on, but this gig here, this was the hot one. As you can see, my #1 fan. They supplied the fans. I had actually 3 of them pointed at me before the day was out. I was in the hottest part of the place. But check that out, man. Those are the Altos. They're kind of leaning a little bit, but I figured out what it is. The stands. These stands, these are the lift stands from Rockville. The difference between the stands that I have in the garage now, my clutches, and these are poor. I didn't like them. So notice the wire for the fan. The wire for the fan is just plugged in. I didn't critique anything like that. You could see the wire down going to the pole there. That was managed. I did fix the hole there in the thing there. I fixed that. This is the picture before everything got started. But here's my sub. I put it in front of the system and set it behind it. And then as you can see, I got my DMX wire sticking up there. So I had the wireless going. And here's the other Gemini. I mean the Alto. And then as you can see, I had these. Now this place had these crystal balls. And I wish they would have told me that they had these, because I could have got something to actually make this work and make it look really cool. But it was during the day. No one danced. Believe it or not, no one danced. I was up here on top, and then they had another pavilion on the other side where everybody was. They were supposed to come up here and dance, and nobody did. So that was pretty much that gig. But I like to use this picture in a lot of things. I know they're kind of leaning a little bit, but the wire management is keen and everything else. And the sub placement is really nice because it's the center of the facade and everything else is quite well. But anyways, so that's the rise of the move. Now listen, So the deal was, this is the deal. Okay, so what happened to me was, it was 2018. No. I take that back. It was 2019. 2019, we got an inheritance. So I took the inheritance and I used it to buy a package, a DJ package. So that's where I got my DJ package. I did with the DJ package. I had to buy that last year, June. I got the sub in June or July, somewhere around there. But I wanted to share this with you. So I went from 2019, I still had all that old equipment, and I was using it, and it worked well. That I used that all the way up to the day before Disney, and then after that, I didn't use it anymore. I took the speakers, and I shouldn't have done what I did. I sold it. I should have kept that system, because that system would have been perfect for me to do karaoke with and everything else. Because that is a perfect karaoke setup, and I just got rid of it. And I shouldn't have, because I wouldn't have to carry half the stuff that I have, because they're flawless. The speakers are flawless. They were the Hairbangers 12. They were the 12 inches, and the cones up on top. Man, those things, man, they slammed live music. I can make live music sound really good. If I would have had that sub then, oh my God, it would have just been horrible. It would have been not horrible like a bad horrible, but a good horrible. It would have sounded really clean and good. Now I did replace them with the altos, because I did notice the Geminis were starting to struggle with the sub. They did sound good with the sub, but they struggled. I couldn't get them balanced correctly and the music and all that. And I did get the new mixer. If I'd have kept the sub and the mixer and all that together, it makes a really good plan. So if you don't have a mixer in your system, you need to get one, because the sound mixer, it makes your system sound a whole lot better, because you have more control over the way it sounds. So I hope this helps. This video is, like I said, I'm critiquing myself. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that, because that right there was me, who I am, and who I am today. Without learning Spotify, I don't think I would know anything. I've had Spotify since 2014, and I use it to get clients to send me the list. They send me the list through Spotify. I click on the list. I go through the list. Now, this is the deal. That is backup, and that's why I do it. It's flawless if you do it that way, because Spotify can go on your phone. So if something happens, my laptop freezes up, which is, it could happen. It did happen before. I did use Spotify before. And that's why I have the Bluetooth set up on the soundboard and everything else at every gig, and it's prone to the phone and everything. Just in case something happens, all I have to do is push play, and it'll pick up for where Spotify or Serato crashes or something happens. I have music backup, and I have so much music on there, and I can make it work because I know how to use the volume control. I can fade in a song and fade out a song on Spotify perfect, because that's what I did at the beginning. That GEMINI controller, man, it helped me do a lot of things, to learn a lot of stuff about music, all because I took the time to learn the music, learn my sets and everything. If you do not learn the music that you're playing at a gig, you need to. And a lot of people say, oh, well, you only have to have 500 songs. You're shooting yourself in the foot if you go to a gig. and you can't use Wi-Fi. I use a mobile hotspot, so I don't have to worry about if the gig has Wi-Fi or not. Like I said, that field, I use my mobile hotspot, and guess what? I had 5 bars. I had it all the way up to the top, in the middle of the field. The nearest tower was, I don't know where the nearest tower was, but I was over by Granger Lake, and Granger Lake is in the middle of corn. So I hope this helps. And if you do not have one, you need to get one. Get a mobile hotspot. They will save your butt in the end. In the long run, mobile hotspots work. They work very well. They're flawless. Verizon has it. That's why I got Verizon. I went to Verizon on purpose because I knew they had. I've never had any problems. When I came back from Disney, I had a problem because I used all my mobile hotspot for the kids, but that only lasted one event, and then after that it kicked back in. So I hope this helps. Let me go ahead and leave you with this. Since I got this set up, y'all might as well just go ahead and read along with me. I love doing the 365. So let's go ahead and share that. Let's go ahead and share the 365 quotes. And let's go ahead and share it. Okay, no one cares. No one cares. Work harder. Okay, I want to anticipate people. I want someone to look at me and say, because of you, I didn't give up. That is going to be the one for the day. Let's go ahead and click on it. I want to inspire people. I want someone to look at me and say, because of you, I didn't give up. Now, I want y'all to know that. Don't give up. If things are looking slim and grim, don't ever give up. Check out what this man has to say, and peace. I like it. Leave a comment below. Caring and sharing. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook.